La 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 la.
And there we are. We're live.
Okay, let's. The makeup guy didn't show up. I feel naked.
Put some clothes out. That would be the wardrobe guy.
Pierre, Pierre.
This is the 400th episode that he hasn't shown up.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still not here.
Rats.
Technorama episode 405 for May 14th, 2014. Packet Turtle.
Good morning, folks. This is your captain speaking.
Technorama.
Remember when?
Technorama.
On this day in tech history.
Tech.
And now, the news.
Tech.
What the chuck?
Technorama.
Welcome to Blockhead Video.
She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. Wait, where is she going?
Over there, in the media corner.
Where's she coming from?
Technorama.
Unfasten your seatbelts and disregard all safety rules. Here are your flight crew, Chuck and Craig.
Welcome to Technorama for May 14th, 2014. This is a show that takes a lighthearted look at tech, science, sci-fi, and all things geek. If this is your first time listening, thank you for joining us. If you're a returning listener, welcome back. We appreciate you giving us your time. I am Chuck Tomasi. With me, just to my left this time, I'm messing with you on the camera. She's not to my right. Is my daughter Julie, home from college today.
Hello. I'm here.
Hello.
Woman of many words.
Yeah, that's right. Wait a minute. What are you doing home?
College is done. We moved into our new apartment, and I wanted to say hello to the cats.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Hello, all you cats out there.
Wait a minute. College is done and you have an apartment?
Yep. We
Ooh.
moved from our house to an apartment.
Oh, how about that?
We didn't set everything up yet.
And
Yeah.
that other male voice you hear is Craig. Hi, Craig.
I'm doing good. I'm having a conversation with Julie. Leave us alone.
We had to go out and buy toilet paper at 9 at night because we didn't have any.
Welcome to home ownership. It's not
That's
a home
why
until
Walmart's
you're
open
fixing a
24
toilet.
hours a day.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not
It's
a
a good
home
thing,
until you're
too.
fixing a toilet.
Oh,
Yes,
we
there
already
you go.
used the other house toilet.
I did that when I was visiting my new home. I owned it for 3 whole days in Arizona. And we were fixing a toilet the first time I showed up.
Breaking it
Well,
in.
it's a home now.
Well, at least the guest house is mine. I haven't done anything to the main house yet.
You have to decorate the. Yeah, yeah. This is kind of funny. You're gonna move to Arizona,
Yeah.
live in the pool house while a tenant of yours still lives in the house that was the previous owner.
Well, he'll be gone by the time we get there in September.
I was opening a bank account, and you don't know how hard of a time it was to tell them an address. Because I was
Yeah.
moving addresses. I had a mailing address that was getting done at the end of the semester.
It's on the
I
corner,
have a
that's
home
all you have to
address
say.
That'll be valid until
I live down on the corner.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's get on with the show. Coming up in this episode, we have Lazy Astronaut, a follow-up to Footloose, okay, and NSA monitors the Earth. All that and more coming up right after this. We've been mentioned by Mark Shepard on Twitter again.
Yay! He's doing his
Eligible
job.
for old age benefits.
He's not eligible yet.
Did you do
This show is almost
did you
eligible.
did you do episode 404 show not found?
Yes, we did.
Did you do anything special for it, or did you just name it that?
We just named it that.
Oh.
It was a regular show.
Oh, disappointed.
Well, what, you want us to not post
What?
it?
I don't know.
I was gonna say, what is the
I don't
thing to
know.
do there? Not post it.
Do something
Make a
completely
mock
different.
page? Invert the characters? I don't know. It's all been...
Welcome to Techno 101. Yeah.
Show 14!
Yeah. Actually, you know what? We could have read out the whole 404 spec.
Oh,
Oh.
that's lovely.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And
That's the
405 is method not allowed, so I think that's still appropriate. We're a method not allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
Speaking
we
of
should have
methods,
done that one then.
Let's go back to on this day. Ready?
Okay.
Let me pan this.
Hey, but Chuck do it, and then Julie read, and I'll read after Julie. We'll go on that route.
Oh, then I don't know who's gonna get lip shits.
Let's just go with it and see what
I don't know
happens.
who's gonna get all the hard names.
So it
Okay.
goes Dad, me, Craig.
Dad,
Yeah.
Julie, Craig. Here we go.
Okay.
On this day in history for May 14th, 2014. This is the 134th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. There are 231 days remaining in the year. It was on this date in 1607 that Jamestown, Virginia is settled, apparently before it was unsettled, as the as an English colony. That's unexciting.
It was unsettling.
That same day in 1796, Edward Jenner administers the first smallpox vaccination.
Hooray!
Yay. And the Lewis and Clark expedition departs from Camp Du Bois and begins its historic journey, begins its historic journey by traveling up the Missouri River in 1804.
I wonder if they brought their Sacagawea dollars with them.
Yeah.
Today in 1939, Lena Medina, I love that name, becomes the youngest confirmed mother in medical history at the tender age of 5. Now,
Wow.
somebody's hormones are wholly screwed up, and somebody ought to be arrested as the father.
I don't know if I'm impressed or I'm unsettled by that.
The Yermolayev Ur-2, a long-range Soviet medium bomber, has its first flight on this date in 1940.
And 41 years ago today, Skylab, the United States' first space station, is launched.
I remember watching that. Happy birthday goes out on this date to Danish astronomer Peter Horrible, born on this date in 1679.
English mathematician William Emerson, also born today in 1701.
And German mathematician and educator Rudolf Lipschitz, I got it, was born today in 1832.
One of Albert Einstein's sons, I think he only had one son, so that's kind of silly. Hans Albert Einstein, happy birthday to Hans, was born on this date in 1904. He went on to become an engineer and educator.
Well, I mean, I suppose that's okay. You can't be a super scientist like this.
Your turn.
Also born on this date in 1952, American colonel, pilot, and astronaut Donald R.
McMonagall.
McMonagall.
Sounds like some kind of evil character in an animated film. Computer scientist Paravnov Mystery, is that right? Mystery, wow, that's cool. Turns celebrates.
Turn celebrates. Very
Celebrates
nice.
his 33rd
Only
birthday
other-
today. There we go.
And finally, computer programmer and businessman, co-founder of Facebook, your friend and mine. You don't send him email? Mark Zuckerberg is now 30.
Wow.
And that's the way it was on this day in history for May 14th, 2014. Now,
He's
Craig,
got $1 million for each year of his life.
Really?
I have been programming longer than he's been alive.
I've been breathing longer than he's been. That's
I
funny.
was
Hey,
holding before you were in diapers, you poopy pants.
hey, I did find Harrison and I watched the first 2 Back to the Futures again today.
Good.
We didn't have time to finish the whole trilogy, do the hat trick, but I did notice another little Easter egg which I haven't seen mentioned before, although it probably has been posted somewhere.
Yes.
When Marty's standing there in the second episode, he's standing there in the town square and Jaws comes out, over his head. Well, the marquee on the movie theater, it says Jaws 19, and over the side it says directed by Max Spielberg. And I went, wait a minute.
Max?
I had to look it up. It is Steven Spielberg's son, Max.
How old is Max now?
He's probably, I don't know, he's probably, well, let's go look.
Probably like 30 something.
Max
Looking that up, and
Spielberg.
that's I love watching old movies because you can always spot something you haven't spotted before. Raiders of the Lost Ark was on tonight on TV, and I was watching it for a while. You know the scene with the sword guy that he takes out the gun and shoots him. One of those classic scenes from Raiders.
Right.
I noticed how fast some extra picked up the sword.
Oh.
Oh,
The guy
really?
gets shot and he's laying on the ground, and within half a second, one of the sideline guys swoops in, grabs the sword, and is waving it around.
That's funny.
That must have been his job.
Yeah.
He falls down, grab the sword. I can only
Yeah.
imagine how the direction went on that. So how old is Max?
He's 29.
29. So he could be a director.
Sure.
He
He's got one more
could.
year,
I don't.
right? Because didn't they go forward into the year 2015?
Well,
Next
yeah.
year
Well, I
we
did.
should
I
have
did
a
pull it.
board.
You know what? Yes. He could. He was obviously he's 29. So yes.
We need to fit in 18 more Jaws before that, though, or 17 more Jaws.
Yeah.
We'll do the Jaws short.
Yeah. Better hurry up. Do one a month.
Yeah.
It's like a novella.
Yeah.
The shark ate somebody. The people got mad. They caught the shark, and another shark was born.
You know, it'd be funny if he made a short indie film, Jaws 19. Just do it.
Oh, why not? Nike came out with the shoes, didn't they?
Yeah. Actually, the shoes are supposed to come out next year.
News, anyone?
Sorry.
That's all right. Yeah. Good news. The shoes are supposed to be out next year.
Oh, wow.
Finally.
Hey, by the way.
We'll do all the other fashion stuff, too, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I told Harrison. I said, we were watching it, and they showed Griff and his two cohorts sitting there mocking Marty when he's standing on the water
Yeah.
with the. And I said, "Look, Harrison, that's how we're supposed to dress next year."
I'm
Yep.
waiting for the double ties myself.
Sometimes?
Marty had like two ties.
There was
Oh.
like two neckties, double neckties.
Super classic.
Since we're going back into the future, we have a story of 32 years. After 32 years, a town lifts ban on arcade games. Yeah, very nice. This
That
is
was,
from-
by the way, this relates to my Footloose message at the beginning.
Ah, that's what it was. Okay.
Yes.
This is from the Newser website.
The
A
Newser.
Massachusetts town has decided it's time to finally lift a ban on arcade games it established when Ms. Pac-Man was new. At a town meeting, the residents of Marshfield voted 203 to 175. I'll bet that was an interesting public access channel day.
Why is it so close?
To lift the ban that was introduced in 1982 and went almost all the way to the Supreme Court when business owners challenged it. The court declined to take on the case. Over a game? Preposterous. The ban was voted by residents who feared arcade games would bring an undesirable element
Yeah.
to the small town and upheld it in 1994 and 2011. So it's been challenged recently. Quote,
Wow.
this is a progressive step in that it protects life in a small town from urban-type honky-tonk environment.
Yeah. So next up, they're voting on dancing.
One resident told a Christian Science Monitor at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, the fewer distractions of that type, the easier it is to transfer my ideas and values to my youngster. Brainwashing.
Wait.
Youngster,
So-
honky tonk.
Yeah, they're with it, man.
They're with it. Can,
Soon television will be allowed.
yeah.
Witchcraft, I say.
That vote was so close, though. 175 to 203?
You can have my
That's-
Atari when you steal
that
it from
was-
my cold dead.
I mean, that's a
shoes.
decisive margin, but you're right. It is pretty close, I imagine.
That's ridiculously close for. That wasn't the original vote. That was today.
Now, we mustn't.
Yeah. Mustn't what?
We mustn't
Mock?
judge other cultures.
Wait a minute. That's what we do here.
Oh, well, 9 years later, he
we
tells me.
judge all
That's what this whole
cultures
show is.
equally.
Didn't I make the mission statement for this show?
Did we have one?
Episode 0, man. Go back and
Oh.
listen.
Okay. So,
The show needs
but
an episode 0.
it's funny that they're voting about. It specifically says arcade games, which sadly
many
enough, there aren't that many floating around.
So the
anymore.
big question is, now that the ban is lifted, are they going to open a retro arcade with Ms. Pac-Man and Missile Command and all those? Or are they going to just allow people to buy an Xbox One or something?
I think home gaming must have been allowed.
Looks like
Does that
pornography on your
Well-
VCR.
VCR. Yeah. VHS porn tapes are now outlawed.
What?
They don't allow VCRs in this town, apparently.
Are you being serious? Did it say that in there?
Ha ha! I got him. I'm not the only gullible person on this podcast.
I'm leaving. Smart.
It's better than a dumbass.
Perhaps.
Our second one is more of a newsy story. If you're not careful, you might learn something on Technorama. Scientists have reported they found the sun's long-lost sibling. An international team of scientists have discovered what they believe to be the sun's long-lost brother. That is, a star born about 4.5 billion years ago. Wait, I have to say that right. 4.5 billion years ago. From the same cloud gas as our sun, only it's bigger and hotter.
Like almost every other big brother.
Stop picking on me, man. That's why ours ran away.
Yeah.
Researchers say that the solar sibling has the same chemical composition as our sun, and that the two stars were born at the same time in the same stellar nursery. The newly discovered star is known in the scientific community as HD 162826.
Hey, I think George Lucas named that.
Well, at least it's in HD. Everything's in HD these days, even my toothpaste.
It's like THX 1138.
IEEE 11.
Yeah.
The long-lost brother is 15% bigger than the star located in the center of our solar system. It finds its place 110 light years away in the constellation of Hercules?
How is that from the same cloud then?
Well,
Big cloud?
you know what stellar nurseries are, right?
Yeah.
When an earlier star blows up, like a supernova, all that matter's left around, and it can start to condense and coalesce. They don't have to be near each other to do that.
So it's more like our cousin.
The stars start to drift apart.
Yeah, we're also expanding, so.
The Pleiades is a case of several stars that form from the same solar cluster, but they're starting to spread out too.
Somebody's been watching Cosmos.
Yes, I have. Neil's my friend.
Actually, you know what? There's been several episodes I've come away going, oh yeah, I didn't realize that. There's always something, I picked
The
up
thing
from.
I like is they cover the stories of the scientists who were important,
Yes.
but never got mentioned. They never got the notoriety as an Einstein or Copernicus or something like that. It's amazing. This lady figured out the mid-oceanic ridge, and everyone went, women
Yeah.
thing about science.
About oceanic ridges.
You got to remember that just 75 years ago, plate tectonics was not even conceived.
Mm-hmm.
Galaxies hadn't been really thought of as galaxies. They were just fuzzy smudges, like
Well,
nebulae is what they were.
Remind me of the names. I'm trying to remember who it was. In the last episode of Cosmos that I saw, it was that the lady, she joined the harem, so to speak. The other ladies that were doing the star work, and she actually brought together a lot of what they've kind of figured out, but didn't realize what they were looking at, like the temperature of the stars, and then she figured out, the composition of the sun. The sun was not of the same material as the Earth. And she wrote that big old thesis about it, and then she was like, blown off by the scientist. Well, he turned around and gave her credit, which I thought was big of him.
Yeah, that was pretty big. That was cool.
Because a lot of times people just go, "Oh yeah, I figured that out," and take credit for it.
Exactly. So nice to see. Anyway, we got off on a Cosmos thing. I guess we're liking the new show then, right?
I love it. Actually, I wish it would just keep going because. Even Harrison's picking up on it. I mean, we've been watching them all together.
So much for our media corner. Anyway, looking at the birthday calendar, we have one birthday this week, and it is the day of the release of this show, May 14th. Happy birthday to JPCJ.
He's got a naming scheme much like the stars.
JC Penny. I don't know.
JPCJ 3026.
11. Hey.
11A.
We'll put some decimal points in there. It'll be a legal document of some type.
Right.
If you want to be on the birthday calendar, happy birthday, JPCJ. I hope that stands for something. John Paul
J.C. Penney. See, I don't know.
No. James. John Paul Jesus. No. Anyway. Happy birthday to you, and happy birthday to everybody else who happens to be this week, right here between May 14th and May 20th. Between the erasers and the chiclets. That's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Okay, name the reference, Julie.
Oh my gosh. No, I can picture the movie. That's with the thermos and the chair. And
Yes, we were. That's two quotes from the same movie today. Oh my gosh, this is scary.
I can't remember the name though.
Come on, share with the class.
Sing the thermos song.
No, I know the thermos
Okay,
song.
Auntie Marty can do it.
Song.
Okay. The Jerk.
The Jerk.
Oh.
The Jerk. All-time favorite. One of my all-time favorites. Happy birthday to you. If you want to be noted and made a jerk, I mean, get over to the wiki.
You want to be a noted jerk?
Wiki, and get on the calendar. So you won't be a
extra
jerk.
Special thermos for your birthday.
We could pick out a thermos for your birthday.
Sure.
With a cup built right in.
A Scooby-Doo lunchbox, and then you can get the thermos.
Facts and strange stories. We are full of strangeness tonight. And NASA has now started streaming. Let's see what the count is up to.
Oh, wait. I thought it was NSA. Just kidding.
NSA live streaming of everything.
Yeah, they just decided to scan the Earth.
NASA is now Ustreaming to Ustream from the ISS, which is kind of cool. Because now you can watch it go around and see what's going on outside. But right now, I believe it's black.
No. I just pulled it up. It's actually the Earth. You can see the Earth down there.
Maybe my bandwidth isn't keeping up. This morning, maybe, about 12... Oh, there it is. They turned it around.
Mm-hmm.
Earth was on the top of the screen before.
It's a little meta, don't you think, that we're actually looking at ourselves?
Wave.
Hey, the biggest selfie in the world.
Stand
it's not of this
way
world.
Back. They're not over us right now. But it's kind of cool because you can see it going in real time. I'm not going to crush my bandwidth or something might happen.
Yeah, so the biggest selfie in the world is not of this world. Okay, I was
I'm surprised Ustream is holding up. They must have gotten better servers and things. Oh, you can see the Soyuz module right there in the upper right. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. This is really cool though.
One of two. I think they have two on there.
Mm-hmm. And if you look at the article, actually, I don't know if you want to read. You want to go for it?
Sure, I'll go for it. The other thing that's kind of cool is the number of viewers. About 7 hours before we're recording this was around 2 million, and now they're up to 14 million. So
it's because they changed from that black screen to the Earth.
Oh, that's nice. Daydreaming about being an astronaut just got a whole lot easier. NASA is now live streaming views of Earth from space captured by 4 commercial high-def video cameras that were installed on the exterior of the ISS last month. I wonder who had to shinny out there and bolt on the Logitech webcam.
Yeah.
The project known as High Definition Earth Viewing, or HDEV. Oh, more high definition. Very cool. Aims to test how cameras perform in the space environment.
That's the excuse.
You can see the live HD views of Earth from space here. Well, if you follow our show note links, it will take you right to the Ustream page, and you will see the world's largest selfie, as Craig said. The cameras are enclosed in temperature-specific housings and are exposed to the harsh radiation of space. NASA officials wrote in an online description of the HDEV experiment. Analysis of the effect of space on the video quality over the time HDEV is operational may help engineers decide which cameras are best types to use in future missions. Some of the camera's components were designed by high school students as part of high schools united with NASA to create hardware according to the NASA description of the experiment. The students are also operating in an environment. I can just see some kid, a Ralphie from Simpsons, sticking a webcam in a cardboard box.
Yeah.
I made this for space. Do you know what though? One of my roommates is working on a project. I don't know if it's with NASA or if it's with a private company. They're working on a drill and all the parts involved for a Europa mission to drill underneath the ice.
Ooh.
And look around under there and.
Why don't you just use radiation and it'll just melt itself?
Yeah.
Not fast enough, maybe? I don't know.
Stupid drill.
So, well, how
Actually, I think there's a
it's
big.
gonna
It's
take
a
them
big.
a few years to get out there. Who's in a hurry now?
Then he said that they've got a fiber optic cable carrying all the power underneath it. They're going to let it freeze, and then they're going to have to drill back up. But it's really a
What
large
if the ice
scale
is actually
project.
thinner than they think, and it's like the ice fishermen when they go out here? Whoa!
The ship lands and it just goes.
Right.
Right through.
Well, that experiment's gonna start out
We
quick.
learned something.
We learn something new every day.
So he's working on this drill, or he does somebody doing it?
It's a school project, and they're going to take the best ideas and try to incorporate them or something. It's not for sure, but they gave him a project.
Oh, well, that's pretty cool though. Very cool.
You get to work on that. No, your
I
friend.
don't get to. My friend does.
Your
Yeah.
friend does.
I'm just making a charcoal kiln.
My cousin, since we're
You're
talking
doing.
about touch
Wait,
of
wait.
fame,
You're doing
you know-
what, Julie? You're making charcoal what?
I'm making charcoal. Large scale charcoal production for Benin and West
For
Africa.
grill outs this summer or something?
in West Africa. That's
In West
right.
Africa.
Oh, that's
Antelope is good smoked.
right. Antelope.
You ever have lion jerky?
It's
He is lion jerky.
a lot cleaner than the wood that they use, and on a large scale, it can be financially beneficial, or you can make a profit,
hmm
but doesn't sound as cool as NASA.
Are you making it there so you don't have to ship it, or are you gonna make it and ship it?
Oh, we're making plans and instructions.
Oh, okay.
So you know how they were looking for Flight 370, right, in the Indian Ocean
Yeah.
for about 2 months?
Yep.
Not trying to make light of a tragic situation. The man wireless, what do they call them? The tow things that they were looking, the sonar detectors that they were looking for the pieces and parts. Those yellowish orange capsules they were pulling behind the boat.
Right.
They were made by a company called Phoenix. And my cousin was the lead engineer and designer of those when he was at Phoenix.
Neat.
Marco. So that's my touch of news fame right now, too.
I have nothing.
Then we'll take a break.
Yeah.
And we will come back with a couple of Media Corner stories and something I found while I was bored this afternoon. All that and nothing more coming up right after this. Let me bring up the tabs. Oh, Julie's got a... And I will take a drink.
Hey,
Okay.
remember, guys, this is on YouTube.
Is it really on YouTube?
It will be.
It's the oh jeez.
It will be on YouTube. I
Yeah, but
promise.
nobody watches them.
Yeah.
You ever check the view counter recently? Don't worry.
Can have millions of viewers watch.
I got a few.
Viewers.
Of what? The snot cam?
Yeah, watching me blow my nose.
Where are we
Yeah.
going? We're going to the chat room and then the media corner. Okay. Then I know I will start with the regular back to business music. Ready to go?
Let's go.
Love the lower thirds, says Mark Shepard. How would my 110 Instamatic work in space? Julie is awesome.
Woo.
I should sit up. Ugh. Welcome back. We want to remind you that every week we do this show live on Google Plus Hangouts. We have a few people watching this tonight. Sunday nights at 9:30 Eastern or whatever time that is in your part of the world. We want to see and hear from you like we do. Oh, hey, look, Weber just joined us. Perfect timing, Mr. Weber. We'll go from the bottom up then. Mr.
Yeah.
Weber, Tim Elliott, The Giant, Mark Shepard, Mad Marv, Craig Grew, me, and Captain Rootbeer are all there hanging out, having a little conversation on the side.
And Chancellor.
And Chanserve is always there.
Yeah, he better be.
Again, 9:30 Pacific. No, 9:30 Eastern. Oh, I have been on the West Coast way too much this month. 9:30 Eastern time, and we will see you there. I apologize for those of you that are sleeping in Europe right now. You can listen on the podcast, or you can watch on YouTube. Go over to.
I'm not apologizing for nothing.
I apologize for the last 9 years.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
This show should be one big apology.
Yeah. From here on out, that's our motto. There's our mission statement.
Welcome to Blockhead Video.
Hey, where can I find some good information about music and TV and videos and things?
Over here, in the media corner.
I just thought of something. Should we
What's that?
redo that now that Blockhead is going out of business?
Blockbuster's gone, man. Yeah.
Jeez,
We
what would
now
you
have an
do?
artifact.
What are you do? What are we gonna
We've
do?
been using that for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know what. Well, that means you got to do the change the media corner and all that stuff now.
Man.
We'll talk about that in another 10 years.
Wow, we have our own time capsule now.
You are your own time capsule.
Welcome to Netflix.
Yeah.
Would you like to browse 1,000 useless videos?
Yeah.
2 hours later. Oh wait, you have to do it like SpongeBob. 2 hours later. All right, we have. Oh, this is a cute video. I loved this, Craig. Thank you very much. Follow our show notes. Go over to chuckchat.com/Technorama and check out the show notes for this show when it gets posted. This is an animated short about a lazy delivery guy in outer space, and it's very interesting. He's delivering packages for Johnny Express. And I love how his outfit looks just like the spaceship, kind of. It's got that light bulb sort of shape to it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to ruin it, but here's a little snippet. It's 2150. There are all sorts of aliens living throughout space. Johnny is a space delivery man who delivers it to different planets to deliver packages. Johnny is lazy, and his only desire is to sleep in his autopilot spaceship. When the spaceship arrives at the destination, all he has to do is simply deliver the box. However, it never goes as planned. Johnny encounters strange and bizarre planets and always seems to cause trouble on his delivery route, or route if you prefer. Will he be able to finish his mission without trouble? I really hope this turns into a little series. I want to see
Is it
more
just
of this.
one right now?
I believe it's just one right now. Have you found more, Craig?
No, to be honest with you, I haven't looked for the other ones, but I'd love to see several of them like this.
The way this first one started out, I can truly see this. I shared this on Facebook earlier today, so if you're following me, you probably saw the link to Johnny Express. It's worth it. Go look. It's only about 5.5 minutes long. Like I said, well worth it.
Hey, by the way, see how many times you can view the Johnny Express logo everywhere.
Oh man, it's on all the boxes in the spaceship, and
It's right there on the soft drinks. It looks like he's got in a cooler or something, and on the boxes, and it's on everything.
all right. You also included an article about Flash Gordon, the '80s version.
Yes.
It's a very long article, and I'm not going to read this whole thing. The weirdest
man.
things you never knew about the making of Flash Gordon. It goes into the crew. It goes into the cast. It goes into the set. It goes into behind-the-scenes stuff. Lots and lots of pictures from the movie with, of course, IO9 commentary on the pictures. Like, what was someone thinking when they came up with this?
Yeah, right.
They have, what do we got? The cast on the set. We have visual effects.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, you can't tell that's green screen, can you?
No.
Well, the thing about this movie is, reading from this article, it was so slapped together,
Yeah.
is basically what it boils down to. Is it still turned into a fun movie, you know, in a sense. It's not the best. It's not an epic by any stretch.
No, it's a campy one, definitely.
Yes, but it's a fun movie, regardless. I especially love the Hawkman, you know. But it's just funny how it all really came together and sort of worked, you know.
Let me read just the first paragraph or so you get an idea of what's coming here. It basically all started, as most things do, with George Lucas. The popularity of Star Wars made science fiction big business. Ironically, before Lucas made Star Wars, he asked Italian film producer Dino De Laurentiis for the rights to make a film based on the 1930s action and adventure comic strip icon Flash Gordon. De Laurentiis shrewdly pooh-poohed Lucas' request. In turn, Lucas went on to create his own little-known action-adventure space epic, Star Wars. After the success of Star Wars, De Laurentiis knew it was time to film his Flash Gordon saga. Originally, Dino hired Nicholas Roeg, the man who fell to Earth, to write and direct the film. Rogue secluded himself and consumed as many Flash Gordon comics as possible, saying, "It took me a long time, but suddenly I tore into what I felt he was doing. It was extraordinary, and I became so excited at the idea that I said to Dino, look, I'll go away and I'll write. I think I know what you'd like to do with it." I think I know what you'd like to do with it also. "It took me a year, almost exactly a year, till I got down how I wanted to make Flash Gordon, and I nipped back and said to Tino, look, this is it, it's ready." All right, De Laurentiis saw Rogue's vision of the film and responded, "I don't want to make that picture.
Yeah.
Please stay and I'll tell you the picture I want to make."
Oh no.
Which just goes to show that Rogue probably should have picked up the phone and run a few ideas past De Laurentiis before spending a year working on it. Either way, Rogue left the project. Now, when it gets down to the cast, I like who the other people were that were up for acting positions. Do you know who was in here? Who they wanted?
Who they wanted for what? Flash?
Yeah.
Or other people in general?
Who the actors were. The
Oh,
cast.
who?
Sam
Yeah.
J. Jones was not the actor the studio considered first. Originally, De Laurentiis wanted Kurt Russell, who turned it down because of the one-dimensional nature of the character.
Well,
A young Arnold Schwarzenegger was denied the role because
Wow.
his thick accent.
yeah, it needs to be an all-American kind of guy.
Mongo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Ming.
So we ended up with Jones, who apparently got the job solely from his appearance on The Dating Game. That's the number 3. What kind of rocket would you fly around in?
What kind of rocket would you fly around in? Hey, by the way, seeing Sam Jones on the movie Ted was kind of funny. Did you see? Have you seen Ted?
I did not see Ted. It just did not intrigue me.
Well, Sam Jones appears in there, and
Older Sam Jones.
yeah, Seth MacFarlane, his character was loved Flash Gordon, and
That's
of
what I
course,
saw from the links on the side.
yeah. So he ended up with being a pretty decent part in there. It was funny. He wasn't afraid to make fun of himself. Let's put it that way.
Trivia question: who played Flash Gordon in the old movie serials?
Buster Crabbe.
Oh, very good. Double trivia question: what commercial or what product did he endorse years later when he was an old man?
Who? Buster Crabbe?
Yeah. Icy hot.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, I did not know.
Hi,
that.
this is Buster Crabbe for Icy Hot. Like, whoa, Flash, you really let yourself go. But anyway,
By the way, I loved Brian Blessed in here.
I haven't seen this movie, and if I did, I must have blanked it out. I think
What?
I've seen bits and pieces.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
I
whoa, whoa,
must
whoa,
go
whoa!
watch
You
this.
haven't seen Flash Gordon?
No.
All the way through.
At least I can say all the way through. I think I've seen bits and pieces.
Oh, well, Brian Blessed is the Hawkman, and
All right.
and you know what's funny is
Where else is it? That name is familiar. Where else have we seen him?
he's an English actor. I've seen him on Black Adder.
Okay.
You ever seen Black Adder?
Yes. It's like Monty Python.
Yes.
Sort of.
Yes.
It's sort
yes,
of.
yes.
Sort of.
Wait, Black Adder is Mr. Bean. What's his name? Rowan Atkinson. Rowan Atkinson is a character like in different periods of English history.
Mm-hmm.
For each season, he's a different descendant of himself. So he's anyway. Brian Blessed is like his dad or something in the first
Oh, okay.
series. And yes, it was. I was like, I love this guy. His expressions on his face, and he's just got that. He's got that kind of Viking attitude, So anyway.
Okay. I like reading the pictorial commentary. When I see stuff like this, I can't help but wonder what this person was thinking right at this time. Another one, a third of the way down the article, it says, "Good to see that the Time Lords have a sense to show up at one of Ming's parties."
What? Oh yeah.
Go there and read that. Click on the numbers just below the pictures. They're funny. Must watch Flash. Hey, while I was looking around, I thought, the way you spell your name,
Hmm.
Kreg,
Yep.
is different. And I just had to wonder if there is a Craig.com. Or, I'm
Yes.
sure you probably already looked and saw that it was taken.
Yes.
You know what they do?
Do I know what they do?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time. So there's a Craig Tool Company.
Craig
Oh,
Information
healthcare.
Systems.
Yeah.
Your competitive adventure begins with a vision.
Okay, Chuck, you
All right?
found me out. This is actually my
Craig
company.
delivers innovative technology that produces the fast. Their little scroller's going by too fast. Life offers no guarantees. Craig does.
Craig.
For more than 30 years, Craig Information Systems has helped healthcare organizations improve their financial performance. Proven leader in healthcare decision support. And your competitive advantage begins with a vision. Enterprise vision.
Hmm. Yeah, it's not as good as X-ray vision, but it helps.
I don't know. I'm more for Klingon bird of prey vision, but whatever floats your proverbial
Twinkie.
Starfleet boat.
Oh.
Ship, one might say.
Whatever creams your Twinkie.
I like that term. We must use it.
What, the Twinkie one?
No, the word is
Ship.
ship.
Whatever
Oh.
floats your ship.
But look, right below, what does it say? What does it say
Oh,
right
what?
below the logo? It says Craig Information Systems on their banner graphic, and right below it, tell them, Julie.
101.
That's right.
They just have a bunch of binary.
It's a bunch of binary,
Yeah.
but that's what's highlighted right at the top.
Yeah, there's a country covering up the rest of it, so
I see that number everywhere.
I see
But
one.
maybe
It's like the
we had-
Matrix.
Maybe I can see it. Maybe we had an impact on one of their web designers. I am going to give an homage to Craig.
Yeah, there's also. Let's see, Craig dot. There's a
Then I have
tool
to
company, Craig
Yeah.
Tool.
.com.
See, Craig Tool.
Step.com, Microsoft Certified System Engineer, Microsoft Certified System Administrator. Apparently this is a training site. This is a horrible Oh, ugh. Oh
Which
my
one?
gosh.
What are you looking at now?
Made in HTML1? Step.com.
With the numbers
Oh.
on the side. It's beautiful.
Oh, this is... It couldn't be uglier if it had... Oh, and a 404 on the family tree. Apparently your family tree is...
Oh, you know what? I do remember this. I've seen this guy's website because I looked around it and I was like, oh, this is cool. Somebody else named Step and started look. Actually, I found several. But then I clicked on one link and it had the baby flipping you off, and I was like, okay.
What?
I went to view page source, but I guess I don't see any page source on this. It's kind of weird.
No, this site has been like this.
Oh, there it is. It's down on a different window. Sorry. So
Since
what's this written in? Welcome
2000
to the Step website.
Yeah, this has been like this for years. 2002. That's for 12 years.
Jeez.
There's a cat with a external leg support picture, like he
Where?
broke his leg.
Under the links?
I'm
Go
on
look-
Step.com.
Go to step.com, go to album,
Oh, album. Okay.
and the default picture's at the bottom. Pumbaa the cat.
Oh, the cat.
That looks like Todd with a...
Sure, that cat's no longer with us.
He's got a... Ladies and gentlemen who are listening to this still, we apologize. We have just gone
Visual.
randomly bored. We're looking to see what we can find on the web that might relate to Craig, and this is awful.
Do you
Sorry.
recognize any of the names, Craig?
Christmas
No.
2000. These are his
Burke, Walter,
photo
Step.
albums. Oh! Red text on a green background. My eyes are bleeding.
Yeah,
Chris
I do
has
not
some
know
friends.
these people, but you know what's?
Chris.
But somehow they're probably related to me, and I'll tell you why. Because I did find another guy, or actually I was found by another guy on Facebook, and they spell their name without the last E,
Okay.
so it's STEPP, and turns out, yes, my family either dropped the E or added the E. I'm not sure which way it went at some point, and yeah, we are related, distantly, of course, but yeah, he knew all about my family history because they've been researching,
That's cool.
which was kind of neat. Yeah. So
I found out from my uncle that our family changed their name too. I guess we used to have two M's. About 4 generations back.
Huh. How do you?
Yeah,
How do you
oh,
go about changing
well,
it?
Also,
Well,
I'll
the
tell you,
dad has it, but the son doesn't. That's what's odd.
yeah.
It's not like dad changed his name. All the rest of the family from like.
Well,
Sorry,
keep in mind when people were keeping written records, it's not, it was easy to misspell somebody's name and then it just kind of went on from there.
Oh,
So,
especially if you came to the
Yeah.
United States.
yes.
What's your name? Bretriovich. Okay, Mr. Black.
And people still spell my name wrong. So, yeah,
Yeah.
with handwritten records and things are
Yep.
changed, lost, and all that,
Only one
there's no
record,
telling.
yeah.
Well, and
So-
all the kids were born at home. They didn't go to a hospital and get registered and stuff. The church kept a lot of the records for baptisms and weddings and things, and
Mhm.
that's about as good as you're gonna get. Anyway, wow, we went all over in this show, did we not?
Yeah, we sure did.
We sure did. Then we will go out with the similar kind of random nerdiness. And thank you, Mr. or Ms. Listener, for putting your ears to our show one more time. We appreciate that very much.
Putting yours right up against the show.
Get in touch with us. We're inside your head now.
Ha ha ha! We won.
206. We'd like you to get in our heads.
Hey, and they were worried about video games ruining people.
206-222-CHAT. That's 206-222-2428. You know the number. It's still there. It hasn't changed in 9 years.
Actually, somebody please call it so we can keep it.
Right. Instead of that random. Is Bill there? Anyway, thank you for everybody for joining us. Till next time, tell a friend about Technorama. And Julie, you're going to have to do the honors for us. Give me a binary high five right about now.
101.
Thank you. And good night.
All right, y'all. Wave at the camera. Bye-bye.
Bye.